Hello and welcome to a demonstration of my employee tracker node application. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use this. The very first thing you want to do is make sure you have navigated into the correct folder, and then you're going to want to install those node dependencies. There's actually more here than you need, but you're going to need MySQL and Inquirer and console.table. After you have those installed, want to go ahead and get our databases initialized. So open up our database folder and let's run MySQL. User root and password. Enter our password. All right. Now we need to source our schema file. And then we can go ahead and source our seeds. All right, so if you take a look at our schema file, you'll see one database being created with 3 tables, and then we go ahead and populate those tables with data, just so we have something to use here off the bat. All right, to run the application, if you are in the correct folder, all you need to do is run node index.js, and it should initialize. So let's start by just viewing the data in our tables. If we want to see the current employees, roles, and departments that are there, we can view all employees by just navigating here and using the arrow keys and then clicking on view all employees. A list of our employees will populate the console here. Then we can similarly view all the roles. There are 5 of those. And we can view all departments. So those are the 3 standard viewing things. We can also do, there's a couple other options here. We can view employees by manager. So if we want to see, what manager, what employees are under what manager, we can check. If we know the manager's ID, we can shove it into this question here, push enter, and it will populate our table with everybody who is managed by manager 1. Can similarly do all employees in a department. Let's check out department 2, which happens to be sales. There are 2 employees in the sales department, and they're listed here. The last thing we can do is we can view the budget for each department. So there are 2 sales people. What are they costing the company? Looks like currently $160,000. That is just our salaries added together, but if there were other costs, we could include those as well. All right, so there's other functionality here as well, like adding employees, updating employees, and deleting them. So let's start by adding an employee. It's going to ask you for some information on the employee. I'm going to go ahead and use my information here. I have just been hired. My first name is Chris, and then last name Rechiga. My role ID, I'm going to be 3, and then I am not a manager. I was just hired. So, but no, it's going to ask you then who the manager is. If you put yes, it will not ask you because you are a manager. You don't have one. My manager is person number 2, and we can now view that in the employee. So let's view. I have been added. Chris Machiga, role 3, manager 2. There I am. All right. Now let's update myself. I was recently in role 3. Let's say I am now a salesperson. So I am employee 8. What is the new role of this employee? He is now role number 2. And now we can view all employees, and my role has been updated. And then if you want to see what that role is, you can go ahead to view all roles, and I am a salesman. Okay, so add employee, update employee, view all roles. Okay, now we can add a role. So let's go ahead and add a role called CEO. Salary for this is something dumb because they pay themselves whatever they want, whatever. And now we can say that's in Department 4. It's a management role. I happen to know Department 4 is already management. So let's view all roles. See CEO was added to Department 4 along with General Manager. All right, so now let's go ahead and add a department. We're going to go ahead and add a marketing department. All you need to do for this, and it's already added, so let's view all departments. Marketing was added here. Okay, so now we can So the last couple of items of functionality here, we've already viewed those. So let's go ahead and delete an employee. I was recently fired. My ID was 8. You can say delete this guy. He's no longer on bad. And then we can view, and you can see I'm no longer a listed employee. We can also delete a department. Let's go ahead and delete this role first. So let's CEO was ID 6. And then we can go ahead and view all roles and see that CEO has been deleted from this table. And last thing we want to do is delete the department. We decided we don't want people to know about our company, so we're deleting the marketing department, which was 6, and we can then view all departments here. And we can see there's no longer a marketing department. That is the general functionality of this application. Please go ahead and take a look at the code or the README if you would like, and go ahead and use this.